Come on, everybody, because we're back. We're back for this Love After Lockup. This episode is called First Timers and Second Chances. First time and second chances. I guess that's first time to make love and second chances, a second chance at freedom. Let's see if these folks can stay the heck out of jail. But we're going to start right away with Troy and Zariah. And I think I'm saying her name wrong. I don't really know exactly how to say her name, but I'm gonna keep calling her Zariah. I'm the queen of messing up people's names over here. That's for me for sure. But I forgot that they have been married for 3 years prior to him even getting out. But he's out. Troy is out. They released him. We figured out what was going on with that whole high-speed chase, low-speed chase, high-speed chase, whatever you will call it. They're like, boy, we got to get you an ankle bracelet. We got to get you an ankle bracelet. So I guess he's got to have the ankle bracelet for 2.5 years. I wonder why none of the other prisoners had to get an ankle bracelet. I wonder what makes you have to get an ankle bracelet versus not get an ankle bracelet. I might need to study this judicial system, but he was 7 years in prison. That's a long time. That's a long time. Remember, he was in for robbery, burglary, things like that. He was saying he was going to junkyards and stealing stuff. I don't know. He was 18 years old when he went in. But, he came out. Everybody was happy to see him. He was happy to see his wife. Everything is going good. The bishop and the first lady, they prayed over him. They prayed over them and said, hey, you know what? This is your marriage now. This is your marriage. It's just the two of you plus God. So the three. 2 + 1. That's what you got right now. And she presented him with the love bouquet, the money bouquet with a bunch of money in it. Where are them stacks? Did she have a love bouquet and a stack of money at the same time? That's what I was thinking. But yeah, she took him to the hotel room, y'all. She said she spent about $300. She decorated the room real nice with nice flowers and red stuff and comforters and pillows and I love you and all this other kind of stuff. And then she said, go on over here and clean your private parts. She had one of them things. That thing is normally a coochie cleaner, but a JJ cleaner. But she had that man sit on it. What's she saying? What are you saying, Zariah? Are you saying that he need to get his a-hole cleaned? Because he ain't got no coochie of a JJ. The only hole he got is his a-hole. And why that need to be cleaned from prison? Why that need to be cleaned from prison? I don't know. You know what they be saying up there in prison. But hey, she had him go over there and clean yourself up. And she put the crown on him and everything. It's about you the king, you the king. You the king. What's up with all this crowning these men and everything? They ain't even done nothing yet but get out of prison. They ain't paid a bill. They ain't washed no dishes. They ain't saved you from nothing. Nothing at all. And they already crowned the king. Don't the king got to take over the whole, I don't know, village to be crowned the king? Or do they just got to be let out of prison? I don't know. Maybe it's a birthright. Is it the birthright? Is that what's going on? Kings just get crowned kings because it's their birthright? I don't know. They might want to wait before they be putting crowns on these men. They may want to wait a little bit because the other person was running around getting ready to. She didn't put it on him yet. She was ready to put the crown on the king. Is Leticia. So her man ain't even out yet. Her man ain't even out yet, but she running around getting herself ready. She was at the spa, like, let me get this booty ready. Let me get this skin soft. Let me get this buttercream put on me. So when he comes out, I'm nice and smooth and soft. Then we start finding out about a little bit of petty drama that's going on between her and her sister-in-law. I guess her sister-in-law has been talking about her behind her back, all because she took that $15,000 out her husband's account and bought her a ring. Well, let me tell you something. Prisoners got to pay retribution. And since she married him in prison, he got retribution to pay to her too. So she's like, I took $15,000 and I bought me a ring. Why that sister mad? It ain't her money. What she thinking? Did she do some of this robbery that got him in jail and she was thinking that's her money too? What's the case? Why that sister all up in the business of Leticia and her husband Keith? If he ain't got a problem with it, why she got a problem with it? It ain't her money. So I'm kind of with Leticia on that. But Leticia said, I'm gonna let bygones be bygones. I'm not gonna be petty. I'm gonna try to take the high road. If they go low, she gonna go high. She said, I'm trying to go high. She gonna invite everybody over, and everybody's gonna, get to hear the news that Keith is gonna be getting out really, really soon because his sentence was reduced. His prison sentence was reduced. Biden reduced the prison sentence. So I know Leticia's voting for, Joe Biden ain't running no more. I know Leticia's voting for Kamala Harris because she got her prison sentence reduced. All of them did. So he's coming out. So they had like a little big party dinner. The sister didn't show up. She's like, I don't want to have nothing to do with you, Leticia. I'm done with you. But she got her crown ready for a king. So we'll see. That's the last person that we're waiting to come out because we haven't seen him out yet. And Joey came out this week, y'all. Joey came out. This was the time we got to see him come out. And he looked a whole lot different than what I thought he looked. Joey looked different. I thought he was going to be like a real skinny little not crackhead, but meth head. Like he wasn't going to have no meat on his bones. But he came out looking a little thickums. And I don't know why Kim was nervous about Joey seeing her body because Kim looked good. Joey got more fluffy stuff around him than Kim does. She talking about she all self-conscious and everything. What for, girl? What for? Why are you self-conscious over the fact that this man has been in prison? How long he been in prison? 6 years. And he coming out fluffy too. He's a drug addict, cheating on all his women, and you self-conscious? Girl, he lucky to have you. These women be counting themselves short. Who cares about that C-section and stretch marks and everything? And he's full of fluff, and he got a past drug addiction, no job skills, coming out talking about how I use this iPhone to do some FaceTime so he can call his mama. She said, I'm going to start tracking his whereabouts on this iPhone. I got to know where he is and what he's doing. And not only did she share her location on the iPhones, both of them, she put a whole AirPod in his duffel bag. She's like, I'm tracking this man no matter where he goes. Girl, you like a truant officer. You his own PO officer. This is a lot of work. Is this really worth living your life like this? Always worried about this, Kim? I don't know. Kim's just worried about, I'm ready. Is he going to be ready to be a full-time dad? I told you, Kim is looking for some help. Kim is looking for some help. She already left them kids at home with Joey's mama. And them kids don't even know Joey's mama. She left them there for 2 days. You didn't even, how do you know what kind of babysitter she is? You didn't try her out for at least just a couple hours first before leaving them kids for 2 whole days, Kim? I don't know. Kim looking for some help. She's looking for a nanny. That's what she hoping Joey's going to be. She can go to work and Joey can stay home with those kids so she can save on that daycare cost. That's what I think Kim is doing. I really think that's what Kim is going to do. But the other person who was all sort of self-conscious about their body when they was coming out was Hope. Hope was like, she's self-conscious because, when Arthur first went in, she was real skinny, she was saying. And so now she's real self-conscious about him seeing, all her new her little love handles she got put on and everything. But Hope you ain't got nothing to worry about because Arthur said he loved it. That's what he said. He said he loved you thick just the way you are. So you should be fine. You should be exactly fine. But Arthur, he got a little weirdness to him. Of all the men coming out of prison, he seems like the most uncomfortable person. He said he admitted he felt a little anxious. He looks anxious. He looks weird on the outside, almost like can't adjust. And, he told Hope, we can't sleep in this truck. This is way too hot. At least in the joint in prison, we had AC. Ooh, Arthur said it is harder out here in real life than it is in prison life because so far these living conditions is worse in real life. That's what that mama had told him. That mama said, why you want to sleep in the back of a truck and you just got out of prison? That's like still being in a jail cell. And he did it for one night, but after one night, he said, oh no, I can't do this no more. It's too hot back here. We're going to have to go somewhere else. So Hope said, okay, we can go back to the apartment. Maybe she didn't want to show him the apartment too soon. Maybe she didn't want to reveal how she was living, because let me tell you, Hope's apartment was nice. She got in a high rise. She in Dallas. She way up high. She got her a beautiful view. Maybe she didn't want to show Arthur too fast, too soon what she working with, because then he might try to live up off of her, because I think she's afraid that Arthur is going to be using her, because she said that she has spent $20,000 to $40,000 on Arthur. So, last week when that mother was saying, just because she's been giving you all this money doesn't mean that you should feel any obligation to her. He should feel something. He should. You mean to tell me you done taken $20,000 to $40,000 from this woman, and you don't feel any obligation to her? You should. You absolutely should. And that mama was wrong for telling them he shouldn't. That's the problem. Now I know how Arthur felt the way he felt, because people should express some gratitude. They should. They should. When you helping out somebody like this, there does need to be a level of respect that they get if they've shown up for you in your life like that. Or you just come up and say, well, now that you've done all this for me, so what? I can just leave you. I can just run off and do this. No. At very least, if he was going to go to Vegas to see his brothers and sisters, Hope should go with him. Hope should go with him. He should say, this is the woman that stuck by me. I want to see my brothers and sisters. I want to see my mama. Hope needs to come with me. Not that I need to leave Hope. Hope needs to come with me. That mama, now we know what kind of morals and values she been teaching Arthur. Now we know why he run around stealing stuff, because what that mama has taught Arthur is that you just take whatever you want and you don't owe nobody nothing. No wonder he's a thief. No wonder he's a thief, because if he does Hope this way, it's as good as stealing from Hope too. Now we know where he learned it from. That mama said it's okay to take stuff from people, right? Use people, abuse people, and then feel no obligation. There you go. That's what thieves do. Thieves don't think about the person they're stealing from. They only think about themselves. And now we know where Arthur learned it. He learned it from the mama. So they had sex up in the high-rise apartment. Then afterwards, Arthur says it was exhausting. Woo! He said it was exhausting. He said it was good, though, but it was exhausting. I don't know, Hope. That's not a good way of explaining it. I know people like, oh, yeah, you wore me out. But the way that Arthur said it, it didn't have like a good spin on it. But he said it was okay. I'm losing hope over these two. They're not looking good, y'all. They're not looking good, because Arthur already seems like he's losing interest, to be honest with you. He said he ain't going to leave her, but I think he's only going to use her until when he doesn't need her no more. The minute he finds another alternative, I'm already seeing Arthur's going to lose interest. Arthur ain't trying to build no life. He over here talking about he want to be a designer. Hope bought him a whole sewing machine. And Arthur said when he was in the joint, it's a whole macho thing, and people would talk about him about sewing, but he did it anyway. Who was he sewing stuff for? The queens in prison? Arthur, I'm starting to worry about you, Arthur. I'm really starting to worry about you. And then we found out again, another way that he stole from Hope was that they were supposed to get these matching tattoos. So Hope gets a tattoo and puts his name on it. I guess his nickname is Man Man. She tattooed his name on her. He said he needed $300 to get the tattoo in prison. She sends him the $300. She comes back and says, oh, let me see the tattoo you got with my name. The tattoo he got with her name, he didn't get it. He got a rose. So there again, he stole from her. He's a thief. He's a thief. He ain't learned no lesson, because really what Arthur's still doing is robbing people. He's still robbing people. So he may not have been robbing people with what he went in prison for, cars and high-speed chases with cops and stuff, but he's still robbing people. So he robbed Hope. He took her $300. He went to the tattoo person in prison, and what he got was a rose. A rose. And she was like, well, what does that mean? It could mean anything. That's what I say. She got stolen from. And Hope was like, you know what? Folks was telling me you might be trying to use me, but now I feel really used that you took my $300 and you went and used it on something completely different. And then all this time you lied about it. You said you got the tattoo and you was going to even add more to it. You remember when Hope was in prison? Did Hope get to talk to Arthur in prison? Did we used to see that on camera? I don't know. I don't like Arthur. I tell you, don't trust no man with a triangle on his forehead. Never trust a man with a triangle on his forehead. Hope need to pack up her truck and get away from this man. He's bad news. He is bad news. He's still thieving. He ain't even trying to change his ways. Not one bit. He's not trying one doggone bit. Then we had Christine and Julian. She's still over here twitching, tweaking. And she started telling us her whole story about her whole family trauma behind her mom, and her mom wasn't there, and now her kids are taken from her. And then she had twins. The husband's got custody of those kids, and he's been keeping them from her. She hasn't even seen her kids. And I think, what did they say? I don't know. A lot of times, court orders. She can't even see the kids. It's not even that he's got to, hide the kids. It's court order. She can't see them. She can't. Let me tell you, Christine, to get to the point where you got a court order and you can't even see your kids, there's a lot of skeletons in Christine's closet. So I don't know why Julian thinks the only reason she went back is because she got caught with a dirty test for marijuana. People ain't taking your kids over no marijuana, Julian. Julian better wise up. This woman, I'm going to tell you, Christine got a lot of skeletons in her closet, a lot of deep-rooted issues. And the fact that all her kids got taken away from her, her mama took one, and then her father took some twins, that tells you that it's more than marijuana, Julian. You need to wake up. You need to wake up. And she running around talking about she want to raw dog it. We don't need no we don't need no condoms. We just gonna raw dog it. Ugh. Was she gonna get pregnant again? I think she's young enough to get pregnant again. Julian, you better be careful that she not looking to get pregnant again so she can get you on some child support, Julian. Because that's what I think she's setting you up to do. I think she's setting you up to get pregnant. And then she know you got a good job, you make good money, and then you can supply her with some child support. You talk about raw dogging it. You better strap up. You better strap up, whatever, cover up, whatever it is. You better go ahead and do it, because I feel a setup coming on. Remember, she a robber too. She's a thief too. She a bank robber. She's used to stealing money, and she about to steal your money in the form of child support. I already see what Christine is doing. I see exactly what she is doing. But I tell you, out of all the prisoners coming out, let me tell you the one I'm most surprised at. Tru, because you know what? Tru is being true. Tru is being true. He's being truthful. And he's not running around here trying to be like these other guys, promising and lying to these women. Tru is telling Shante the truth. But let me tell you, Shante don't want to hear the truth, because like I've been saying in all my videos, Shante is stuck on that phone. Just like Tru said, you always on that phone. She's stuck on it. That's why she loved that relationship with Tru so much when he was in prison, because Shante, Tru don't have the right vocabulary about it. He's calling her boring and all this other kind of stuff, which is really mean. He shouldn't say that. But what he's saying is she's not engaging. She doesn't know how to engage with people who are right in front of her. And here is Tru sitting right in front of her, and she's still trying to interact and engage with her phone, just like when he was in prison. She's used to talking to Tru on a phone, and now that he's here in real life, she can't look at him. She can't talk to him face to face. And Tru was like, she don't look at me. She look away. She look over here. And you know what? She's good on the phone because you ain't got to look with anyone. You don't have to really engage with them. You can just have a phone conversation. But now that Tru is out, she treating Tru like he a little kid. Tru is right. You treat me like a little kid. Now, am I saying Tru is all the way right? Nah, because you know what, Tru, getting up and walking out the door and not having the courtesy to say, hey, I'm going to go with my sister for a couple of hours. I'll be back. That's wrong. That's real wrong. But the way that Shante is handling, saying, oh, I got an idiot, I'm dealing with an idiot, that's wrong too. That's wrong too. They both wrong. But I'm going to tell you what, Shante got a lot of wrong to her too. A lot of wrong. She was blowing up his phone and he was sending her the voicemail. That's wrong, Tru. Tru, that's wrong. Tru trying to make a stand. He's trying to tell Shante, you don't control me. You don't run me. Tru said he doesn't like authority, which he need to work on that period, because I don't know how you're going to have a job and you don't want to listen to nobody. But he's definitely telling Shante, I don't report to you. And Shante want to be his mama. Shante, all this money Shante been spending on Tru, she really has been treating him like a little kid. Clothes shopping for him, buying him clothes. What she say? She spent $50,000 on him like he's her teenager. She is treating him like a child, and she's supporting him like a child. I don't like that. I don't like that. Then she was mad, talking about, well, how could you go clothes shopping and I bought all these clothes for you? And Tru said, well, these clothes didn't fit. Because he swolled up more than he told you. He swolled up even more. You ain't got no receipts, Shante, to take that stuff back. These two got bad communication. But I'm going to tell you, their communication is bad. But the person whose communication I think actually is the worst is Shantae's. Because I don't think she knows how to communicate. And Tru, I think that he knows how to communicate. It's just what he's trying to communicate sometimes it's foul. He knows how to say what he wants to say, but it still be foul. He shouldn't be saying it, but at least he knows how to say it. Shante, on the other hand, she don't know how to open her mouth. And Tru keeps saying that she boring. She boring because she don't know how to engage. It really is sad to watch. But these two said they had sex for 3 hours. 3 hours. Good Lord. Shante, you should be happy he went away for a couple of hours so you can soak your vajayjay. 3 hours? Goodness gracious, girl. Goodness gracious. But you know, Tru might end up with a white girl because he was like, Shante talk with an attitude. I don't like the way that she talks to me. Things she says. Yeah, Shante, calling the man an idiot is not a good thing. It's not a good thing calling anybody an idiot, Shante. I don't think that's a good thing. I understand what she's saying, that he's going to have trouble out here. And I know she's probably afraid he's going to go back to prison because the way he's talking, the things he's saying ain't going to work out here in the real world. How he don't want to listen to nobody, how he wants to do what he wants to do. He starts talking about when he has too much idle time. That's when he gets in trouble. When he gets, that back in the day when he had too much free time and idle time, that's when he and his homeboys would want to run the street talking about, let's go get a lick. Let's go get a quick lick, make some fast money, steal from somebody, jam somebody up. I sure hope Tru he seemed like a pretty smart guy. I hope he's smart enough to not do that. Even when he went to go talk to his PO officer and the PO officer wasn't there and they said, well, just keep calling in. He said, I ain't going to call in. Woo, he better call and leave a message. I know them PO officers probably don't be talking to all them parolees they got. They got too many on their caseload. I know they do. I know they got too many on their caseload. But he better at least leave him a voice message so he can prove he called. He better leave a voice message so he can prove, I did call you. I left you a voice message at this time. Woo! He's trying to, get Shante and let her know, listen, I'm not going to F you over. I'm really not going to F you over. I'm here with you, but I'm not going to pretend like I'm in the open world, but I'm still in prison. And instead of having a warden in prison, I got you as my new warden. Because that's what Shante trying to be. Shante is trying to be the new warden of Tru. That's what she's trying to be. The new warden of Tru. Tru said, every time I talk to you, you look annoyed. You look disgusted. Shante got to get up out the car and walk around. Girl, Shante, she's irritable. She really is irritable because she began irritated with Tru fast. Tru is like 17 though. I'm not gonna lie. Tru is 30, but he does act like he's 17. But this is what you chose, Shante. You chose this. You chose this. Now she run around saying, what can Tru do for me and my kids? He can't do nothing for me and my kids. Oh, girl, what did you think he could do prior to? All of a sudden now here you are, and all of a sudden now you having problems with who Tru is. Tru was this way when he was in prison. We could tell. I already said he acted like he was 17 when he was in prison. Now all of a sudden you got a problem with it. No, I think you're starting to have a problem because you can't control him. You don't know where he is and what he's doing. And when you had that phone relationship, you knew exactly where he was in prison. You know exactly where he was at all times in prison. And that made you feel safe and secure. You didn't need to look at him. You could look at the phone and you could have a phone relationship. Shante needs to do, going over that other show, Never Ever Mets, where you never really ever meet the man. You just talk to him on the phone all the time. If they break up, if Shante and Tru break up, Shante needs to then go back and look for another prison man and date a lifer or a person who's got like 20 years because she really don't want to meet him. She just wants to have a person on the phone to talk to. That's what she wants. She likes that phone relationship. She don't like this up front. And she don't really want to be a warden. Then she can have a warden in prison and she can just have the phone relationship. These two. We'll see if they work it out. We'll see if they work it out because Tru is saying that he loves her and he's going to stick by her. He's not going to leave her. So we'll see if they'll work out because even Tru said, hey, he would cheat on Shante, but Shante was still his number one. So maybe that's what Tru's going to go back to. Still having other women on the side, but he ain't going to never leave Shante because Shante never going to go nowhere. He can always count on Shante. So he's going to end up using her, unfortunately. But that's it, y'all. Let me know what y'all think down in the comments, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.